Owen, rich people are so weird. She paid $10 million just to cut the weed herself? Is that some strange quirk?
Well, my fiancé will sign the contract today, so I'll cut the best wheat for him in person. It's a blessing for his career.
Queenie Sharon, I finally found you.
Seriously? I've hidden my wealthy identity for 20 years, and you still managed to find me?
Hey, I just want to propose to you. Queenie, will you marry me?
Do I know you? Don't think you can change your fate by marrying me. My family won't accept a nobody.
Ms. Sharon, this is Levis Howard, the man who controls the economic lifeline of a city. He holds the same status as your father. He won't marry you for wealth.
You control the economic lifeline? Did you fall in love with me because I'm pretty?
We met before. Do you remember it?
What the hell? You hit him and just ran? Hold on, I'll take you to the hospital.
Mr. Howard, when we arrived, the lady who brought you here had paid the bills and left.
Find her. Even if you need to turn the world upside down. Only she can be my wife.
Got it?
Oh, it was you. It's just a small favor. You don't have to marry me. And I've got a boyfriend. We're gonna marry soon. I'm sorry I can't say yes.
Marriage is between matching people. No one deserves you except for me.
I don't care how noble and rich you are. In my eyes, my boyfriend is the best. And he'll sign the contract with Howard Group. He's promising.
Who are we gonna sign with today?
Mr. Howard, Jasper Wayne from Wayne Technology.
Let's go. Have a look. What kind of man can win Queenie's heart?
Mr. Wayne, you cooperate with Howard Group at such a young age. How brilliant. I'm sure you'll be at the top.
Come on, I'm so flattered. I still need your support in many aspects.
Jasper is indeed excellent, but sometimes he's too modest.
You've been a new big shot, yet you're so low-key. That made me feel inferior.
Jasper looks so excellent. Seems my investment deserves it. Dad and James will come too. I'll tell him who I am and give him a surprise.
Hey! What is this? So dirty. Do you think you're in the countryside? Look at your clothes. Aren't you embarrassed?
Megan, this is matured wheat. It's a blessing for Jasper's project. Congrats, Jasper.
What the hell is that? To be a gift for me.
Jasper, what's wrong?
Queenie, I'll just say it. We're over.
What? I know. There will be a surprise, right? It's typical in TV shows. Pretend to be indifferent and then take out a gift.
Oh, no, I'm serious. I want to break up with you. You heard me?
Why? Are you angry because I have been too busy recently?
Enough. How dare you talk about your job? Aren't you just a waitress in hotel or special service?
No, Megan. I'm the hotel manager. Jasper knows this.
This title is just your excuse. Who knows what you do? Actually, once the door is closed, no one knows how you work.
Jasper, how can you insult me?
Enough. So what if you are a hotel manager? Well, my son's gonna sign with Howard Group. He's promising, and you're still a lowborn. How can you be with him?
That he will sign a contract with the Howard makes you show the true colors now. But it's me who helped you get the contract.
How dare you say that?
So pretty. Honey, your presence is the best gift for me.
Jasper, who is she?
She is the daughter of the vice president of Scott Group, Selena Lynn. A bumpkin like you will never match her. Thanks to Selena, Jasper can get the contract, right?
Jasper, Her wheat is better than mine. So, all my love for you, these years can't compare with the title of the vice president's daughter.
You want to compare with Selena? Look at yourself. What of you is better than Selena? I've seen a rose. How can I care about the grass?
You don't care. I've taken good care of you all these years. I order coffee for you as you asked, even on your business trip. When you were sick, I went to get you medicine, regardless of the bad weather. Why did you never say you didn't care at that time?
Enough. What do you mean by saying that? My son just gave you a chance to look after him. Or you won't even be worthy of siding with him.
Shut up.
You should shut up.
You hit me? After all these years, now you hit me?
Come on, I told you not to do that. Since you slaped her, she might blackmail you.
Don't worry, I'm prepared. Since we're breaking up, then my salary I asked you to save should be returned to me.
What?
Queenie, what are you doing?
Clean up the room?
Close your eyes. Here's my bank card. From now on, we can live a better life. You can keep all my money. As for the daily expenses, rent, and seed money, you may have to pay with your deposit for now.
Okay, I'll keep your money. So, you asked me to keep your money just for today?
Cut the crap. My total salary these years is $700,000. Today, you must return it to me. Otherwise, I'll send you to jail.
Mr. Howard, according to the investigation, during the years when Jasper was with Ms. Sharon, his savings never reduced, but Ms. Sharon constantly wired money to him.
Drive faster. Bring all the lawyers. The silly girl might be bullied.
All these years, your tuition, seed money, living expenses, and medical expenses are all paid by me. You ask me to return your money now?
What's wrong with that? $700,000. You must pay it off, no penny less.
Today, and no matter what you do, you have to pay the money back. Anyway, you can't take the money.
Just money, huh? $700,000 for a lesson. It's worth it.
Wait! It's just a card. How can I know if there's money? What if you spent it all?
You can check if it has that much money.
Okay, swipe the card. If it has less than $700,000, you can't leave.
I'm warning you. You can check as you want. But if the number is right, it means I never spent a cent of yours all these years. And you, the brilliant new CEO, actually lived off a woman all the years.
Stop bluffing. How could you never spend my money?
Balance, $700,000.
Did he really live off a woman to get rich?
Nonsense. My son got all these on his own. But look at you. A woman worked in a hotel. If you didn't serve men, how could you earn so much money? Yet you denied your dirty job.
Exactly. How could she earn so much? She isn't anything good.
With your knowledge, you may only know that job.
Those bitches all have venereal diseases. It's Howard Group's signing ceremony. Such a dirty person shouldn't get in.
I'm dirty. What about you? A shameless mistress.
Mind your tongue. Selena has always been my girlfriend. It's you who keep pestering me. And you even came here.
Guys, the ceremony is held for Howard Group. We can't let such a dirty person disturb Mr. Howard.
Yes, Selena is right. Queenie, get out.
Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out.
I wanted to leave. But since you slandered me, I'll stay and watch.
Queenie, since you've been a maid for us for so many years, I let you go, yet you have to stay. Later, you'll be embarrassed to be driven out.
You're just a stupid scumbag. You reach where you are, all because of me. Who are you to drive me out? Today, Even if Levis Howard is right here, he can't drive me out.
What is she doing? That's the center of the hall. What are you doing, bitch? That's the center of the hall.
The seats are arranged by the guests' wealth. Those with millions sit in the end. Tens of millions, the second class. Billions, the first class. Only those with hundreds of billions can sit in the center.
You ignorant trash! You think you can sit anywhere? You stained Mr. Howard's seat. Everyone here will be dragged down.
Hello? What? Oh no. My men said Mr. Howard's cars would arrive soon.
Mr. Howard has never shown up before, but he came this time. It shows he does value Mr. Wayne.
Jasper, you must get this woman out of here before he arrives.
Okay. Queenie, I don't want the money now. Take it and get down right now.
$700,000 are not even my pocket money. Didn't you say? Only those with hundreds of billions of dollars can sit here. Then, only this seat deserves me.
Stop your nonsense. If you're so rich, how could you work in a hotel?
You know nothing about the rich's amusement.
How could a rich lady go to work? You think we're all idiots? Hundreds of billions of dollars? I don't think. You have even $100.
Yeah. If you don't have the money, then take off your clothes and dance for us.
Howard Group is worth hundreds of billions of dollars. Is that enough? Howard Group is worth hundreds of billions of dollars. Is that enough?
Mr. Howard. Mr. Howard, welcome. I'm so honored. The bitch insists on taking up your seat. We can't help it.
Yeah, Mr. Howard. She sit there regardless of others. It's none of our business. Don't blame us.
She's my wife. She has every right to sit here.
What?
Hey, what nonsense? When did I agree to marry you?
Why? You don't want to marry me? Do you still count on the scumbag? I know what happened, and I brought the lawyers. The scumbag can't get back the money and has to compensate you.
Mr. Jasper Wayne, this is evidence that you cheated Ms. Sharon out of money. If you can't pay the money you owe her, Howard Group will sue you. Then you'll receive at least a 10-year sentence.
Selena, could you pay it for me for now? I'll pay double after the signing.
Signing? Who said I'd sign with you?
What?
If Queenie hadn't helped you, Howard Group wouldn't have chosen you. And now you prove yourself as dishonest. So, Howard Group will no longer and never cooperate with you.
How could it be? It's fine. Without Howard Group, I have Scott Group. Selena, call your dad. With Scott Group, I can rise again.
Mr. Scott has come.
Dad, James, why did you come?
Dad, James, you're Mr. Scott's daughter? Oh my, I dumped Mr. Scott's daughter.
What? Regret it now? Thank you for giving me such a grand show to expose your true colors so I can sober up.
Come on, I know you have a terrible eye for men. Luckily, you woke up and saw through the scumbag. It's good.
You bastard. How dare you bully my sister? Security. Send him to the far north and never allow him to come back.
Queenie, please help me. I was wrong. We've been in love for years. You still love me, right?
I'll have a best husband. How could I fancy a loser? Come on, drag him out.
Mr. Scott, I was wrong. I really didn't know. Queenie is your daughter.
Queenie, if I had known you were from the Scott family, I wouldn't have dared to bully you no matter what.
Stay away from me. What? If I were a normal girl from an average family, you could bully me. Come on, drag them out too and send them to the far north with Jasper. They can't come back.
You held my hand first this time. I won't let you go.
Silly girl, nowadays, there are few brilliant men. You should cherish him.
Yeah, Queenie. Levis has the best appearance and family background. No one deserves you except for him. Well, I once saw him do exercise. His abs are awesome.
If you're interested, I don't mind if you touch them.
Levi's, are you insane? Put me down. They're watching. Let go of me. Hey.
Queenie, Levi's, come on. Try to give me a grandchild. I'll register your marriage.
The Clinton Hotel system crashed as the promotion got too hot. Consumers are extremely unhappy.
Oh no, the suite's guest wants to see the manager.
Guys, do as the emergency plan. I just issued... Hello, what can I...
Surprise. Congrats on taking Clinton Hotel to the top of the hotel list.
Dad, James, and you, Levi's, what are you doing? I'm busy now.
Such a hotel is nothing compared to our business. The joint projects also came from our family. If you like it, just buy it and be the boss. Why bother?
Dad, Mr. Clinton of the hotel helped me before. I promised to run the hotel well until his daughter takes over it.
Dad, you don't know Queenie well. She's too responsible. Luckily, I got prepared. Media, PR, and system specialists, stand up.
Mrs. Howard.
Solve the problem right now. She's due for a labor test soon.
Wait, I can solve this myself. Leave with these people now. Don't expose my identity. I don't want to be considered as an incapable, rich lady. Stay low-key.
She's so stubborn.
Yeah, publish the compensation plan and forward it. Start the standby server.
Queenie, you're awesome. According to your plan, the server starts in 3 minutes. No wonder Mr. Clinton managed to hire you after multiple attempts. You're indeed important to our hotel.
Keep following up. Call me if you need help. I'll go for the antenatal care.
Oh, right.
Stop. It's still work time. Queenie Sharon, you got fired.
Fire me? Who are you?
Well, I'm the new CEO, Mr. Clinton's daughter. My dad went abroad for surgery, so I'll take over it from now on.
Miss Clinton, you may not know. I plan to ask for a leave for an antenatal care.
Ms. Clinton, Queenie is in charge of the business summit. She worked long shifts.
Antenatal care? You're pregnant? And you're in charge of the project? I don't allow you to leave.
I'm sorry, I'm late.
It's already noon. Is that your work attitude? What's your name?
Mira Scott.
Wendy, the economic situation is not good. Our hotel must reduce the burden. You can fire some employees, but there's one you can't fire. Mr. Scott's daughter has been hiding her identity and working in our hotel. She got many deals for us. Her name is...
I know, Dad. I know Mr. Scott's daughter, okay? Shouldn't you go to rest? Just go. Don't worry. I got this. Mr. Scott's daughter. There's only one Scott. Mira Scott. Hi, Ms. Scott. Well, you're Mr. Scott's daughter. It's fine if you're late. You can just come after lunch.
Does she take me as Mr. Scott's daughter? How could that lady work here? I may pretend to be and get benefits. Well, you should be honored, since I came to work here.
Ms. Clinton took Mira as me, and Mira didn't deny it.
Exactly. We're so honored to have you work here. Without you, how could we hold the Global Business Summit?
Glad you know.
Ms. Clinton, it's Queenie who won the bid for the Business Summit.
Who are you to speak? I don't care how you became in charge of the project. But from now on, Ms. Clinton will be in charge.
Miss Clinton, I've been in charge of the project all along. Mira never participated in it.
Didn't you understand? Scott Group's event certainly should be in the charge of Ms. Scott.
Could there be a possibility that Mr. Scott's daughter takes her mother's surname?
All right. Cut the crap. A pregnant woman always go to the hospital. You'll delay the project, so you don't deserve your salary. Pregnant women tend to be dumb. What can you bring to the hotel? Queenie, I'm merciful enough not to fire you.
Ms. Clinton, you may not know. I've been working here for years. And I watched the hotel grow up step by step. I never delayed my work due to pregnancy, but today's work affected my checkup.
So, what do you want to say? You're indispensable? I have seen your salary. You've taken almost 1/3 of the bonus of the project. You got too much. It's not fair. If you don't want to be fired, give your bonus to Mira.
I'll get 1/3 of the bonus.
Miss Clinton, Queenie contributed a lot to our hotel. You can't do this.
Shut up. We need to save money. If you dare speak for her, I'll fire you. I can't fire a pregnant woman, but I can fire you. Your lipstick is too light. It affects the company's image. You're fired. And your lipstick is too bright. You only think of your makeup. How can you focus on work? You got fired too. Bring the work uniform for the summit.
Ms. Clinton, isn't it the wrong uniform?
No, you're pregnant, silly, and ugly. You can only be a janitor. You should clean up all the toilets of every room and make sure it smells good. If it gets clogged, you should unclog it by hand.
Queenie, have you solved the problem in the hotel? Why haven't you come for the checkup?
Dad, suspend the investment you mentioned today. My leader said too much money will cause unfairness.
Ms. Clinton, the suppliers are urging us and won't deliver the goods before we pay.
Useless. Urge the investment then.
Wendy! Wendy! You refuse to pay my salary, huh?
Sorry, Ms. Clinton. They're workers for the hall. I can't stop them.
Pay us, or we'll go on strike.
Yes, strike, 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 strike.
What's wrong? Shouldn't Scott Group invest money?
They refuse to invest. They only invest in Queenie's project.
Queenie, contact Scott Group and ask them to invest now.
Sorry, I'm busy. There are many toilets to clean. How about you smell it first?
I need money now. If anything goes wrong, the hotel will be doomed. Cover it. It's smelly.
So smelly? It must be clogged. I shall unclog it.
Seriously? Enough. Contact Scott Group and ask for money now.
But they say they want me in charge.
Queenie, I just give you a chance to make it up. You really think we can't develop the project because you refused? Mira is Ms. Scott. As long as she orders, how could Scott Group not invest?
Yeah, Mira, contact Scott Group and ask them to invest.
Yeah, Ms. Scott, show her what it means to be Mr. Scott's daughter.
Ms. Scott?
Hello, Dad.
Hello? Mira?
Dad, wire the advance payment for our hotel right now. We're in need. I'll hang up.
Hello? Mira? Come on.
All right, you'll receive it soon. My dad is the treasurer of Scott Group. He should be able to divert some funds.
Good acting.
Mr. Scott said no. But Mira rarely asks for something. I only have limited authority. Forget it. I'll just wire as much as I can.
Transferred successfully.
See, Queenie, we can't do it without you. Just continue cleaning the toilets. Let's go.
Let me see at the summit. What on earth do you want by personating me? Dad?
Queenie, Levis's and my meeting has been postponed. We may be late for the summit. James will be back from abroad to support you.
Okay. Just do your job. I got the summit. Don't worry.
Wow. Is this the global summit? Mr. Scott set the summit today just to meet all his family. Also, we'll see Mr. Scott and his son. James Scott is a financial tycoon.
James Scott? A big shot who controls the global economy. But he never showed up before. What does he look like?
James is my brother. Surely he's handsome.
Someone fainted.
Isn't he the pianist, Philip Lance? Why did he faint?
He's allergic to alcohol?
What happened? Who prepared the wine?
Damn, I changed the drink just to get a kickback. Why would...
Mira. It's planned to serve every guest their exclusive drinks. Why is everyone served? Wine now?
I just tried to save money for the hotel. Who knows he's so stupid to drink it?
What shall we do? It's too late to get a doctor. What are you doing? Medicines may have side effects. What if he dies?
When I invited the guests, I listed their allergens and drugs. I prepared it. If you stop me, he may really die. The drug will take effect later. He won't wake up for now.
What shall we do? The party is going to begin. That piece of music is extremely difficult. Only Philip can do it.
How about we cancel the performance?
No. The journalists and photographers are outside, and Mr. Scott will be here. If we cancel it, it'll ruin our hotel's reputation and embarrass Mr. Scott.
I heard that Mr. Scott's daughter studied piano with a master. Mira, how about you try it? What? You don't dare?
What nonsense. Of course, she can do it. Ms. Scott, please, go on the stage. It can't be delayed.
The stage is far away. I can play the music with my phone. No one will notice it. Just playing the piano. I got this.
Shouldn't Philip perform the difficult variations? Who's she? What happened? It sounds like something wrong with the piano. No. She isn't playing at all.
It's fake?
What's wrong? She fakes a show at such a summit.
What's wrong with Mr. Scott? Why did he entrust Clinton Hotel with the summit?
Forget it. It's Dad's summit. I can't embarrass him. Get off, now.
What are you doing?
If you want to continue embarrassing yourself, stay here.
Miss Scott, what happened?
Queenie just hurt my hand, so she wants to play the piano.
First, a liar, now a janitor. Is the summit a farce?
Queenie, do you want to offend these big shots? Get down.
Get down. Get down. Get down. Get down. Get down.
How could she? Ms. Clinton, there are 18 fingerings in the 20 beats of the climax. So far, no one but Philip can do it. Is she trying to embarrass our hotel?
Wait, it's... Ms. Scott? So you're my teacher's other students. Ms. Scott?
Mr. Lance, you mean she's Miss Scott?
Well, I didn't see her before. But we had the same teacher, and my teacher said, she's more talented than me. Except for her, no one can play so well.
Queenie, so you're Mr. Scott's daughter. You're so low-key.
Come on. She's just a janitor at our hotel. She changed the wine for the kickback and caused your allergy.
So it's you who changed the wine. Ms. Clinton, shouldn't you give me an explanation for that?
Philip, don't believe them. I didn't.
Don't call me that. You caused me to be allergic and stole the thunder. You're unworthy of being our teacher's student.
Ms. Clinton, it's a good chance to fire her.
Don't worry, Mr. Lance. I'll give you a satisfying answer. My dear guests, welcome to the summit. Today is a fine day. It is sunny, and the temperature is fine. On behalf of Clinton Hotel, I'd like to extend a warm welcome. You must be surprised by the performance. I'm surprised too. It's our first time to hold such a global summit, and I'd like to thank a person in particular. Thank her for her contributions to our hotel. She brought our hotel to a star-level hotel from a shabby one at first. And she is...
Seems she isn't that unreasonable.
Mira Scott.
Ms. Clinton, you.
As for you, Queenie, you took a kickback and hurt the guest. If it hadn't been for you, Mr. Lance wouldn't have fainted. Mira's hand wouldn't have got hurt. And you did this just to show yourself in the summit. Our hotel won't keep such a vicious employee.
Ladies and gentlemen, we didn't mean to show you our own affairs. Due to her pregnancy, we've endured Queenie a lot. Yet she constantly caused trouble, and she almost ruined the summit and embarrassed our hotel before the world.
Queenie, just be wise and leave.
What about you? You think so too?
Don't worry, Queenie. We won't be so cruel. Sign this resignation right now, and you can go.
5 years ago, it's just a small hotel. I put in great effort to make it such a grand one. When it got expanded and couldn't afford a designer, I studied design day and night and carried cement from the renovation market. We went to all the markets just for the best cement.
Stop bragging about yourself. Just cement. Why bother to do that?
3 years ago, the hotel lacked cash. I was the one to get the investment. 2 years ago, the hotel needed to transform, and I was the one out in the hot sun doing research. Now you want to kick me out? I can leave, but don't regret it.
If I don't fire you, I'll regret it. You may leave. But take off the uniform of our hotel. Don't try to cheat others in our name.
You've gone too far. Wendy, I endured all this for Mr. Clinton's sake, but you've gone too far. If your father's here, you may be the one to be kicked out.
Cut the crap. I know my father better than you. Come on, take off her uniform.
Don't you dare.
Since you're so stubborn, then I'll announce that I will ban you from the hotel industry.
Such a liar is a disgrace to our city. The engineering industry will ban you and never hire you.
Yes, the game industry too.
The jewelry industry too.
The car industry too.
The chip industry will ban you.
The food industry too. Ban.
Okbenshin, Banyan, Pumpfun, Bunchin, Munchin, Munchin, Bunchin, Punchin, Bunchan, Bunchan. Banchan, 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 Banchan. Ban her as you wish. Scott Group will always back her. Queenie, are you okay? Get up. Queenie has contributed so much to your hotel. Yet you insulted and slandered her. Such a hotel is a disgrace to the industry.
Who are you? They said Mr. Scott's here. Where's Mr. Scott?
Yeah, we just punished our employee. None of your business.
James, enough. Let's go. I'm done with them.
No, Queenie. No one can bully my sister.
The seat is prepared for Mr. Scott. Who the hell are you to sit there?
The hotel belongs to Scott Investment Bank. My sister can sit everywhere.
Scott Investment Bank is at the top in the world, founded by James Scott. Who are you to cheat us here in his name?
I don't want to argue with you, but why do you have to piss off my brother?
Oh, your brother. Who is he then? A lowborn, just like you, right? Come on, drag them out.
Useless. Get out.
One step forward, and your group will go bankrupt.
Bankrupt? Such a braggart. In this world, except for James, no one can bankrupt my hotel.
The one in front of you is right, James Scott.
Ha ha ha.
Do you know who James is? A big shot who controls the world economy? He's my brother. You are. Two poor wretches with no money, and you dared to say that? Ha ha.
Why do you have to pretend to be James? He's the investor of our hotel. I've had him picked up. When the real James is here, I will send you to jail.
You're really stubborn and stupid. Within 3 minutes, you withdraw all the investment in Clinton Hotel.
Haha.
You are good at acting, and by withdrawal, you mean a refund on a bottle of water from a vending machine outside?
Uh-huh.
Do you know how much my hotel is worth? $7 billion. Not just in heaven, even in the world. Clinton Hotel holds a great position, and you two wanna bankrupt us? Seriously? Haha.
Just go. Clean up the toilets, if you're free. What's wrong with your brain? What a bad luck for our hotel to have you two right here.
Really? How about you call James and ask where he is?
Hello? Did you pick up Mr. Scott? What? No? Scott Investment Bank has withdrawn the investment. Our stock is down by the limit.
Oh my, the latest news. Scott Investment Bank withdrew all the investment in Clinton Hotel, which caused a turmoil. The stock fell by the limit.
How could it be? Is he really...
James must have missed our men. He thought we didn't pick him up, so he got angry. My brother is a bit weirdo.
Miss Scott, please tell him that we didn't mean it.
Well, he has a bad temper, so he never showed up. I can't be sure to persuade him, since he's angry.
How can you endure these idiots for so long?
Mr. Clinton isn't stupid.
Shut up, Queenie. If you hadn't caused trouble and delayed us, we wouldn't have been late for picking up my brother.
It's fine. Don't be angry. You're Miss Scott. Just ask Scott Group to invest in us.
Carl, the business here is perfectly settled. Queenie and James must have been waiting for long.
Come on, let's go to heaven for the summit.
People from Scott Group are here.
Mira, people from Scott Group are here. Apologize now, and I can forgive you for being an imposter. Otherwise...
Ms. Scott, your father sent me here.
I know the Scotts can't come, so I asked Dad to cooperate with me.
Who are you? Why do you bow to Mira?
I don't understand. Mira is Mr. Scott's only daughter.
You heard it, Queenie. I'm Ms. Scott. My dad sent me the money after hearing what happened. Now I will punish you for ruining the summit.
Great! We got saved. See? Queenie, with just a call, Mr. Scott sent money to his beloved daughter. So what if James withdrew it?
James, I heard Mr. Scott and James are at home, so I came here.
Don't worry. I heard the two were both abroad. They wouldn't come.
Miss Scott, what are you talking to the treasurer?
Mr. Scott has something to tell Ms. Scott.
Ian, you got the wrong lady.
Wrong? Who the hell are you to question Scott Group? Mr. James Scott.
You mean he's James Scott?
Why would James be here? However, no one knows him. As long as I deny it, Mira won't get embarrassed. I mean, what the hell are you to question the treasure valued by Mr. Scott and Mr. James Scott? As the treasurer, how could I not know? Ms. Scott.
After today, you may not be the treasurer anymore.
You have no say in our personnel.
I'd like to see what you're gonna do.
All right, cut the crap. Didn't you come for the investment? Now, be quick. Just invest us.
We need an internal computer to do it. Or it'll need to be agreed by the board. I came in a hurry and didn't bring it. So I can't do it.
But I know. Mr. Scott's daughter has a card to mobilize all the property of Scott Group.
Mira, take out the card and invest in us. I didn't bring it.
Didn't bring it? Or you don't have it?
Queenie, you stole my card.
You said you didn't bring it, and now you accused me of theft. Which of your words is real?
Since you're Ms. Scott, you must know the password of the card. Come on.
Swipe the card, Mrs. Scott.
Yeah, Mrs. Scott, we're counting on you.
Wrong password.
How could it be?
Queenie, you fooled me with a fake card. There's no money in it.
You mean it's fake? Why didn't you realize it just now?
I saw it wrong because you urged me.
It's not fake. It has $100 billion.
Queenie, if it has more than $20, I'll just bow and apologize to you.
Miss Clinton, you overestimated her. If it has even $5, I'll clean her toilets forever.
Remember what you said. Oh, they made a bet. What about you?
If it has money in this card, I'll take care of your kid.
No need. My kid doesn't need you.
Queenie, stop pretending. With the card, I'm done with it.
Why are you panicked? I don't need you to look after my kid, but I hope you and the treasurer can turn yourselves in for embezzlement tomorrow.
I'm Ms. Scott. Why would I do that?
Still lying? After I enter the password, everything will be clear.
$100 billion.
Mr. Clement, top emergency. A transaction of $100 billion from the top-notch black card was made at the Clinton Hotel. What? Be quick. Let's go there and check on the situation.
That's for today's meeting. The meeting stops. Follow me to the hotel.
Tell all the armored trucks to follow me to Clinton Hotel.
Got it.
$100 billion.
Queenie, you're really Mr. Scott's daughter.
What's wrong, Mira? Didn't you say it's fake?
Mira, what else can you say? Why did you pretend to be me?
Something's wrong with the machine. You were the manager. You must have tampered with the machine.
You even made up this?
Oh, I remember it. Ms. Scott's black card is Mr. Scott's duplicate card. It has only $1 billion. You can't spend so much. It's a fake one.
Enough, Queenie. You faked a black card and tampered with my hotel's machine. I will send you to jail. Come on.
The bank president are here with the money.
How could the president of the 4 major banks bring cash here?
Of course, a single bank can't hold that much money, which is why the president of the 4 major banks personally brought cash.
You're talking nonsense. It was because I informed the bank in advance that they brought the money over.
May I ask which one of you is our top VIP client? Mr. Scott's daughter?
Hey, this way.
Mrs. Scott, nice to meet you. Here are $10 million, and the other $9 billion are in the cash trucks outside, ready for your instructions.
That's great, Mira. Our hotel is saved. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Just follow the bank president to collect the money.
Wait a minute. What's going on with you? You don't even recognize your top VIP customer? The card is mine. The money is mine. Who says I'm going to invest my money in Clinton Hotel?
You're the fake here. We were entrusted by Mr. Scott to look after Clinton Hotel. This money is surely for the hotel.
Exactly. Who is this ignorant woman trying to claim the 4 major banks' money? Get her out of here.
You dare claim Mr. Scott's money?
My money is for my daughter.
Scott.
Queenie, now that even Mr. Scott is here, what qualifications do you have to act so arrogantly?
We'll see about that.
You still dare to be so arrogant at this point? Mr. Scott, these 2 are pretending to be your daughter and son. Get someone to arrest them.
You say they are pretending to be my daughter and son?
Yes, Mr. Scott, it's her. She pretended to be your daughter and even forged your daughter's black card just to satisfy her vanity. Fortunately, your real daughter exposed her.
And this man has been colluding with Queenie to secretly sabotage our hotel's POS system. Mr. Scott, this hotel is your daughter's hard work. It can't be destroyed by them.
What do you think should happen to those who impersonated my daughter and bullied her?
I think she should be banned in the city and be unemployed forever. Her unborn child can never go to school.
What did you say?
Isn't that punishment severe enough? Of course, it depends on Mira's opinion. Mira, why are you standing so far away? Mira, how do you think they should be punished?
You liar. How dare you impersonate my daughter?
What?
Queenie is my real daughter.
What? Queenie is actually Mr. Scott's daughter? Mira, what's going on here?
what you're talking about? But just now, Ian said Mira is Ms. Scott.
Right. Weren't you sent by Mr. Scott to give Mira money and invest in the hotel?
Ian, when did I ask you to inject funds into the hotel?
Mr. Scott, I'm sorry. I thought this money was for the hotel. It would be given eventually. Carl, no. Mr. Scott, I'm sorry. Mira, hurry up, kneel and apologize. Come on.
I'm sorry, Mr. Scott. I was wrong. I won't dare again. Please don't fire my dad.
So, this treasurer is your dad?
That's why you've been acting. Queenie is the real Mrs. Scott.
You are fired for embezzling public funds. All companies that cooperate with Scott Group will not hire you. To hire you is to go against Scott Group.
What? It's all my fault. Now I've lost my job. I won't have a job anymore.
How dare you impersonate my daughter, swindle people. You'll be sent to the far north and never return.
Queenie, please. I really didn't know, since I didn't fire you before. Can you forgive me and let me go?
Yes, Queenie. It was all Mira's fault. She deceived us. If I'd known you were Ms. Scott, I wouldn't have dared to treat you like that.
You didn't force me to resign. It was you who made me sign my resignation letter in front of everyone.
I was wrong. I'm sorry.
Also, do you think you could bully me at will if I'm not a rich lady, but an ordinary person?
I think Clinton Hotel has survived long enough already. You two will be banned from ever being employed in any country or hotel.
It's all because of you, you venomous woman. If it hadn't been for you, our hotel wouldn't have gone bankrupt, and I wouldn't have been banned.
It's all because of you. I won't let you off. Get away from me. You mistook someone else for me.
You two bitches, let go of my daughter!
My dear daughter, you've suffered. Come on, let's go home. Okay.
Hey, Dad, wait for me. I'm your son, you know.
Oh, right, Dad. Where's Levis? Why didn't he come today?
I'll tell you when we get home.
Dad, Mr. Clinton has been kind to me. Clinton Hotel has taken so much of my heart and soul after punishing Wendy and Mira today. Please don't make Clinton Hotel go bankrupt.
Oh dear, why are you so soft-hearted?
Dad, a hotel isn't just about its owner. Many employees are involved. We can't let a few bad people ruin it for all those ordinary workers. You can consider it a blessing for my unborn baby.
Fine then, we'll spare them this time, for my nephew's sake.
No way. This is being overly merciful. What if they bully you again in the future?
Don't worry, Dad. If Wendy dares act up again, I'll take care of her myself.
Good. That's more like my daughter.
Queenie, remember, you have the 3 strongest supports in the world behind you. Fear no one from now on.
Okay.
Welcome back home, Mrs. Howard.
Honey, I've invited the world's top medical team home to take care of all your prenatal checkups. You won't have to worry about missing any appointments anymore.
What?
How's it going? Levis has a surprise for you. Isn't it great?
Upstairs, there's a full set of inspection equipment, including the latest machines, just brought from abroad. He skipped the summit to find the best doctor for you.
Levis, let me tell you. Just now at the summit, Queenie was bullied. Luckily, I arrived just in time.
Queenie, are you okay? Are you hurt?
I'm fine.
No, doctor. Check on Queenie right now. Both my wife and baby can't be affected, physically or mentally, at all.
I'm fine. I don't need it. Hey, what are you doing? Put me down.
What the... What are you all doing?
Your hotel is bankrupt. Are we supposed to work for free? I don't want that bad computer. Come help me move this. Let's go.
You... No? Hello? Dad?
Wendy, I let you manage the hotel, and this is how you run it.
No! Dad, let me explain!
How can you explain? Plenty of hotels wanted to hold the top global business summit. Couldn't. Our hotel managed to get the hosting right, but you turned it into a farce, a joke. You. Tell me, where's Mr. Scott's daughter? Aren't you two quite close?
If Dad finds out I mistook someone and offended Ms. Scott, he'll definitely kill me. Mr. Scott's daughter, she...
The surgery time is coming up. You need to hang up and enter the operating room.
Okay. Wendy, I'm telling you, from now on, go find a hotel to gain experience and start from the ground up. When you've reflected enough, then come back to Clinton.
Hello? Hello? What should I do? Dad still doesn't know. The hotel is going bankrupt.
Miss Clinton, I just received news that Scott Group has stopped pressuring our hotel.
What did you say? But at the summit, Mr. Scott clearly said, no way out. Did someone secretly help us?
Mr. Howard, given the examination, Mrs. Howard is in good health, but due to emotional fluctuations, her hormones are unstable.
What? Still angry? Then make Clinton go bankrupt.
No, I just spent ages persuading my brother and dad to give up on pressuring Clinton. I'm just a bit unhappy. They bowed and apologized to Carl Scott's daughter, not the hotel's heroine, Queenie. The summit I worked so hard for turned into a mess because of them. Now people must think I only have a pretty face, but no ability.
I knew you'd think like that. Let me show you something.
What is this? You bought all the hotels in town, except for Clinton Hotel.
Yep. If you feel like you didn't prove yourself at the business summit, then choose one of these hotels to manage and prove your ability again.
Honey, how can you be so nice?
Since I'm so nice, why not stay at home and just keep me company?
Let's talk after this busy period, okay? Oh, King Hotel is recently bidding for accommodations for the national athletes. This one will do. Once I lead them to win the accommodation, qualification for the events, I can stay home peacefully during my pregnancy. Is that okay?
You mean it?
Yep.
Pinky swear.
Don't be so childish. There are so many people watching.
Then we'll seal it with a kiss.
This is King Hotel's new site. King Hotel was just acquired by the financial tycoon Levis. Dad should be satisfied that I start from the ground up there. Wait, Queenie? Isn't she Carl Scott's daughter? How could she still be working during her pregnancy? Could it be that she's not? Really Carl Scott's daughter? Could it be that Clinton Hotel developed so fast that it became a thorn in Scott Group's side? So Mr. Scott used the business summit to bribe Queenie into staging the act against our hotel? So she's just a chess piece, used up and tossed aside afterward. Queenie, you deserve to just work hard and be a lowly bricklayer.
The checkup went fine. I have an interview later, so I'll leave now. Thank you for your hard working. Come in.
Nice to meet you. I'm Wendy, today's candidate. Queenie? Why are you here? Weren't you supposed to be at the construction site?
Wendy, why aren't you at Clinton Hotel? What are you doing here? Did Mr. Clinton really send you out for training?
Our affairs at Clinton Hotel don't concern you. Where's the interviewer? How did you, a construction worker, get in here?
A construction worker? I was indeed there, inspecting our new hotel location. Maybe you've misunderstood. Let me reintroduce myself. I'm responsible for King Hotel's sports event project, and also your interviewer today. Can we start now?
How could this happen? I didn't expect Mr. Scott would arrange her a new job after using her up.
What are you standing there for? I have many other interviewees.
My resume.
As president, what events have you planned? I'm sorry, but unfortunately, we cannot proceed with your interview.
Queenie, this is personal revenge. What exactly is wrong with my ability and resume?
I must say, there are lots of problems. The last business summit showed your work ability was basically zero. Moreover, you are reckless and arrogant. How can our hotel trust someone like you with clients?
You think there's only one hotel in town? Let me tell you, outside this door are hundreds of hotels waiting for me.
We'll see about that.
My father owns Clinton Hotel. Do you think your King Hotel can block my path?
You don't meet our requirements?
Aren't you embarrassed to present this lousy resume?
Interview failed. Please leave. What made you think our hotel would hire someone who ruined a global business summit?
It wasn't me. Who messed up? It was Queenie.
Enough. Your work ability is nearly negative, and your character is terrible beyond imagination. Your interview is denied. Leave now.
Then, that's your loss. Just wait. I'll make sure one day you'll beg me.
Hello? Mr. Howard, we certainly won't hire someone who disrespects your wife. How could we let her work in our hotel? Don't worry, she'll definitely return to Clinton Hotel.
Got it. Remember to keep it secret. No need to bother my wife about this small matter. Honey, I've prepared an exclusive room for you at King Hotel. You can use it from today on. Don't forget to check it out.
Guys, come here. We'll have a meeting. What's going on with you all? Are you ignoring what I'm saying now?
We've all received a notice from Mr. Clinton. We don't have to listen to you anymore.
Hello? Dad, I'm going back to Clinton Hotel. I'll lead Clinton Hotel to secure accommodations for the national sports event. Just wait and see.
Honey, I've prepared a special room for you at King Hotel. Don't forget to check it out today.
Okay, darling. Love you lots.
Hey, watch while you're walking. Do you know how much this outfit costs?
Tina, what are you doing at King Hotel? Why haven't I seen you before?
Oh, look, isn't this Queenie, the top student from our university? Why are you working at a hotel now? Looks like you're just a team leader. I am the core of the hotel and used to represent it in external exchanges.
It's normal you haven't seen me. Who says top students can't work in hotels? I like hotels. Put on this coat, lest you catch a cold.
What is this cheap? Is it the latest LV model? It looks more real than my replica. Fine, I'll wear it for now.
What? Mrs. Howard is already working at our hotel?
Mrs. Howard's special room is open today. Make sure to treat her well. She must not feel the slightest bit uncomfortable.
Okay, got it. However, when did Mrs. Howard arrive?
Idiot. Didn't you read the email I sent? I told you, Mrs. Howard is working in your department.
What, Mrs. Howard has been working here all along?
Ooh, go welcome Mrs. Howard right now. Mr. Howard said she's wearing the latest black LV jacket today. If you neglect her, you'll regret it.
I got it. Hello? The black LV latest jacket. Mrs. Howard, you've been here for so long. Why didn't notify me? The special room upstairs is ready for you. Do you want to check it out now?
Mrs. Howard? Does she think I'm Mrs. Howard? But the real Mrs. Howard hasn't checked that room yet. She must have forgotten. I might accept this for benefits.
Ma'am, you must be mistaken. I'm the one you're looking for.
Queenie, have you lost your mind? Since university, you've always overshadowed me. Now you're even stealing my identity. How can someone like you exist in this world?
Tina, we were classmates. You know your own status well enough. Impersonating someone else will only lead to trouble.
What? Shut up. The general manager has told me. Tina is Mrs. Howard. Queenie, if you keep talking back, I'll deduct your bonus next month. Queenie, even if your performance is good at work, you can't impersonate Mrs. Howard. That's a matter of integrity. I didn't expect someone so unambitious like you to be so vain in private.
She with such a character indeed needs some discipline. Go make me a cup of coffee.
No way.
Seriously? Queenie, Mrs. Howard asked you to make coffee. How dare you refuse? Don't you want to handle the project for the sports event? If you don't make coffee, forget about it.
It's just a cup of coffee. I'll make it. Mrs. Howard, your coffee.
Ouch. Queenie, you did that on purpose.
I'm so sorry, Mrs. Howard. The cup is slippery. Oh, right. Isn't today the opening day for your special room? Mrs. Howard, why don't you take us upstairs and show us around?
That room will be checked by Mr. Howard. My dress is still wet, and if it wets the floor, I'll be doomed. What are you talking about? You've ruined my dress. How can I show you around?
You dare not enter that room, do you?
Don't talk nonsense with me, Queenie. It's because you wetted Mrs. Howard's clothes that she gets angry and doesn't want to go up now. Mrs. Howard, this has nothing to do with our hotel. It's all Queenie's fault.
Exactly. There are plenty of estates under Mrs. Howard's name. She can enter whichever room she want but not. Listen to your nonsense.
Right. Mrs. Howard owns countless villas and estates. If I remember correctly, Cloud Manor she owns is hosting a charity auction recently. Why not take us there to see some sights?
Cloud Manor? Isn't that the legendary manor worth $100 million?
I heard the charity auction was specially organized for Mrs. Howard. Mrs. Howard, can you take us along to broaden our horizons?
Mrs. Howard, since that auction is for you, can't you bring anyone as you like? Oh, please. Mrs. Howard, I really want to see what a luxurious estate looks like.
Oh, come on. Don't put her on the spot. She won't even dare enter the rooftop special room. How could she take us into Cloud Manor?
Shut up. It's just an auction. I'll take all of you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Howard. You're wonderful.
But Queenie, I won't take you with me.
I don't need your help to bring me there.
Oh, honey, you're back. Wash your hands and come eat.
What about the invitation letter?
What do you need that letter for? Only big shots can attend the auction. We can't afford it.
Aren't you the security captain at Cloud Manor? Is it really that hard to get? A few invitation letters? Not bad. You got an extra one.
I took these from the butler's office. Just promise me not to do anything bad with them. Otherwise, I'll lose my job.
How could I possibly do wrong? I'm just taking a few colleagues in to look around. And if you hadn't been so incompetent that you could only work as a security guard, we wouldn't have had to steal the invitation letters. The dishes look uninviting. Have them yourself.
Alas.
Oh my God, what a huge manor, Mrs. Howard. Isn't this the kind of bonsai worth over $1 million on TV? Worth over $1 million? Mrs. Howard, you're so wealthy, but with such an expensive bonsai placed here, aren't you afraid it'll get stolen?
$1 million is not much. If it's stolen, I'll just buy another.
What are all of you doing here?
Queenie, why are you here?
Shouldn't I be asking you that? I'm here for the auction. What are you doing here?
You, attending the auction? I don't remember I invited you to my auction. Hurry up and leave. Don't pollute the air of my estate.
Did you hear that? Get out now. Mrs. Howard, I feel a bit sorry for her. She came on her own without an invitation. How about letting her polish your shoes? If she does a good job, maybe you'll let her in.
Good idea. Queenie, go ahead. If you do a good job, I might consider letting you in.
Queenie, you're only qualified to polish her shoes. Hurry up and kneel down.
Truly a testament to Mr. Howard's estate. I heard he bought up every hotel in town except for Clinton Hotel. If I can get his help to secure accommodations for the national sports event, Clinton Hotel can make a comeback. But how do I get in?
Queenie, you're only qualified to polish her shoes. Hurry up and kneel down.
Is she Mrs. Howard? Why not ask her to take me inside? Oh, isn't this Mr. Howard's wife? Nice meeting you. I'm Wendy, the general manager of Clinton Hotel. Wow. Isn't this Queenie, the industry disgrace, and the employee fired by our hotel?
Wendy, mind your words. You know who's the disgrace in this industry? Also, I wasn't fired by you.
Disgrace? Fired? Queenie, I didn't know. You had such a glamorous past.
Mrs. Howard, you might not know. Queenie used to work at our hotel. Not only did she ruin the Global Business Summit, but she also nearly bankrupted us. People like her bring bad luck wherever they go.
Oh my God, Queenie. How could this happen? You should leave before we get tainted by your bad luck.
Wendy, I've spared Clinton Hotel for the sake of Mr. Clinton. If you keep talking like this, even Mr. Clinton won't be able to help you.
Mrs. Howard, look at her. You must take my side. Queenie somehow managed to hook up with a big shot, and now she's blocking my entry to the auction and threatening me.
Don't worry. With me around, she won't stir up any trouble. It's just an invitation letter. Here's one for you. Let's go. Keep an eye on her. Don't let this woman sneak in.
You can't come in.
Take a close look.
Supreme invitation letter? Mrs. Howard, this way, please.
Mrs. Howard, if you dislike Queenie so much, why not just kick her out?
I would love to, but I'm not really Mrs. Howard here. Even though I am Mrs. Howard, there are rules and procedures for dismissing someone. She hasn't done anything wrong, so I can't just fire her without cause. Also, I heard she's pregnant.
What does her pregnancy matter? You can't fire her, but you can make her quit.
What do you mean?
The accommodation project is also invested by King Hotel. I heard she's the project leader.
So you mean we should make her fail the project and use that as an excuse?
This is about King Hotel's interests. I wonder what you think.
A mere project isn't worth much money. I wouldn't care at all. As long as it gets her out of the hotel. Just tell me how to do it. It's not my money being lost anyway.
Don't worry, Mrs. Howard. Together we can deal with a mere Queenie easily. Here's to a pleasant cooperation.
Pleasant cooperation. Queenie, who let you in here? Hey, who let you in?
I let myself in. What's it to you?
You must have climbed over a wall. Which wall did you scale? Be honest.
Only someone with ill intentions would think others can only sneak in. This is my territory. Of course I walked right in.
From the front door? I clearly instructed the security. Who let you in? I'll go fire him.
Are you so engrossed in acting that you fooled yourself too? You claim to be Mrs. Howard. Why isn't there a single photo of yours in this hall?
What does it matter where Mrs. Howard's photos
are displayed?
I usually don't like taking photos, so what's wrong with that?
Mr. Howard is said to adore his wife, so every house he owns has many pictures of her. Yet there are none here.
I forgot to display them. I'll have someone set them up later.
Who says there aren't any? Mrs. Howard's photos are right there.
Queenie? Are you crazy? That's just a blank wall.
Queenie, don't tell me. You're blind or mad. How can you point at a blank wall and say there are photos there? Are you sick?
Oh, really? Let's see. Who needs a doctor? Hey, Siri.
I'm here.
This is the world's highest definition smart screen. I've seen it on the news before. But Tina, how come you don't know? This is a smart screen.
I have so many properties under my name. How could I possibly remember a screen on a wall?
Indeed, I read in a magazine that wealthy people own over 1,000 properties, so forgetting some details is normal.
Queenie, don't think that just because you knew some smart screens from TV, you can fool us.
Let's unlock it and see whose photos are on it.
Just now, the electronic voice said, "We need to find the remote control. Mrs. Howard, find the remote to slap her in the face."
Oh, I suddenly remember that this screen is broken. It can only be turned on with the remote. But I forgot where I put it.
Huh? Mrs. Howard, you better think carefully.
That's enough. She doesn't even know where the remote is.
Queenie, with so many properties, how could she remember where she put the remote?
If she doesn't know, do you?
Of course I do. The remote is in the drawer beneath the vase.
There really is a remote?
Queenie, you must have put the remote in this drawer when you sneaked in.
You won't cry until it hits home.
Is this Queenie? How could Queenie's photo appear on the screen? Could it be that Queenie is Mrs. Howard?
Tina, what do you have to say now?
Mrs. Howard, what's going on here?
Queenie, you must have swapped out the photo when you hide the remote.
But there are few this kind of screen in the world. How could Queenie use it?
What do you mean? Are you suspecting me?
I dare not.
All right then, since you all don't believe me, let's call the security captain here to tell us which of us is Mrs. Howard. I also want to ask him, who let this filthy thing in?
With your filthy language, I think you are the dirtiest thing in this house.
You. Queenie, just wait. Your lies will soon be exposed.
Nice meeting you, Mrs. Howard.
So you really are Mrs. Howard? Mrs. Howard, I'm sorry. I misunderstood you earlier. Do you have anything else to say?
Security. Why did you lie and call Tina Mrs. Howard?
Queenie, at this time, you still want to play innocent? Security, throw her out.
No way.
No way. Why not? As just a security captain, you are disobeying me.
You can't throw her out anyway.
What do you mean? Didn't I ask for your cooperation?
If we make such a fuss, throwing someone out, Mr. Howard will find out, and that'll expose everything.
Forget it. Today is a charity auction event. I'll be merciful and let you stay, since charity comes first.
Hey, how do you know her? What's your relationship with her?
What's wrong with you? Mrs. Howard said you could stay. Why aren't you thanking her? This whole estate belongs to her. Isn't it normal for the security captain to know her?
You say this is her estate. And you claim to be Mrs. Howard? You must know, there's a taekwondo studio in this estate.
A taekwondo studio?
Oh, right. Mrs. Howard is a black belt, so Mr. Howard specially built a taekwondo studio for her in this estate.
If you say you're Mrs. Howard, would you dare show us your skills right here? You're scared? That means you're fake.
Who says I'm scared? You claim to be Mrs. Howard. Why not show us your skills?
Why wouldn't I?
Mrs. Howard, that outfit looks like it shrank a bit. Besides, Queenie's looks like perfect.
The picture on that screen isn't her, and now, why doesn't the taekwondo uniform fit properly?
I bet there's something fishy going on here.
Sorry, Mrs. Howard. This outfit shrank after washing, and the maid didn't replace it?
What's wrong with the maid? She ruined an outfit and didn't even bother to replace it? Fire her if she does this again.
I'll give them a good lesson.
So, taekwondo uniforms can shrink too. This is new knowledge for me. You've no idea. It's because of the high-quality fabric of the taekwondo uniform.
I heard that Mrs. Howard is the city's taekwondo champion. Of course, her champion. Uniform's fabric isn't ordinary.
Mrs. Howard, I'm increasingly in awe of you for being the city's champion.
This is nothing. This year, I'm planning to participate in the national taekwondo competition and win another championship for our city.
Mrs. Howard, I'm really starting to admire you more.
Are you done bragging yet? Since you're so skilled, let's have a match.
Let's go. I'm a champion. How can I be scared of you?
Stop flipping your hair. Watch out.
I wasn't ready just now. You're cheating.
You were posing for half a minute before saying I cheated. All right then. Another round.
I still haven't warmed up properly. Another round.
If you'd like to take more hits, I'm fine with that.
No way. Another round. Just now, I wasn't steady enough.
Still want more?
Didn't they say Mrs. Howard is the city champion? Look like she can't fight at all. Also, looks like Queenie is more likely to know Taekwondo than her.
Yep, you've no idea. I held back because she's pregnant. Do you want me to make her hurt?
So that's how it is. Mrs. Howard really has kindness.
Mrs. Howard, seeing how much your suffering must break Mr. Howard's heart.
Hello? What? He's coming soon? What? He's coming soon.
Yes, the president has already arrived in Heaven in advance, preparing to inspect secretly.
Okay, I'll go back to the hotel.
Go back to the hotel? Isn't she preparing for the project? Did she get some secret information? Could it be that the president of the Sports Association is coming? Mrs. Howard, excuse me, I have something to do in the hotel.
Hey, why are they all gone? Queenie must know that Mr. Howard is coming soon, and he will definitely teach her a lesson for pretending to be Mrs. Howard, so she left.
Mrs. Howard's at the Taekwondo gym.
Why did she go to the Taekwondo gym while pregnant? Let's go and see what's going on.
Didn't they say Mr. Howard wouldn't come today? Why did he come suddenly? Damn it, I'm screwed.
Mrs. Howard, where are you going to pick up Mr. Howard?
I'm going to the bathroom.
Where is she? Where did she go?
Mr. Howard, welcome. Mrs. Howard just received a call and left.
Left?
Yes, she looked very anxious.
This auction was held specifically for her. Since she left, tell them that the auction is canceled.
Got it. Mr. Howard said to cancel this.
Wasn't the auction specially held for Mrs. Howard? Why is it canceled? And Mr. Howard didn't even look at Mrs. Howard. Why does he seem to not know her? Yes. Why doesn't Mr. Howard talk to Mrs. Howard?
Oh, you don't know that. He doesn't like my doing Taekwondo, and he's afraid I'll get hurt, so I'm hiding from him. The security captain must have told him secretly just now, so he's angry and refused to come.
I see, Mrs. Howard. Mr. Howard really loves you and doesn't want you to get hurt. Exactly. If I had a husband who loves me this much, I'd live a happy life.
Honey, can you please stop going against Queenie? She is someone we cannot offend.
Queenie, I hate hearing her name. Why do you all only have eyes for her? Are you attracted to her?
How dare I? She is.
Shut up. She is just a bitch that no one wants. And I am the center of attention. Get out. I don't have a husband like you. Don't come back until you earned $100,000. Queenie, I hate you.
What?
You didn't scratch my car.
Haven't you found Mrs. Brown yet? Got it.
You just passed by my car, and it got dirty. You can't leave unless you pay me $10,000.
Hey, lady, you are so young. But why so unreasonable? I didn't even drive a car. How could I scratch your car?
Who knows what tools you used to scratch it? You are wearing tattered clothes. You must be a cleaner. Are you jealous when seeing so many luxury cars every day? So you want to destroy them whenever you have the chance. I must find the tools from you today.
Ma'am. Ma'am, are you okay?
Queenie, fuck off. This is Clinton Hotel's territory. It's none of your business.
It's my business now.
Thank you, young lady. You're such a nice person.
It's okay, ma'am. We live in a society ruled by law, and there are cameras everywhere. I don't believe she can turn white into black.
Queenie, the cameras at the door are all Clinton Hotels. Even if the police come to retrieve the surveillance, I can say that they are broken. If she doesn't pay $70,000 today, she can't leave.
$70,000? You just said $10,000.
You dirtied my car, so I have to buy a new one. Queenie, you've already left Clinton Hotel. Aren't you picking up the president of the Sports Association today? What? You missed? Then go back to King Hotel. Don't get in my way here.
Whether I missed her today doesn't affect my helping this lady. Wendy, if you insist she should pay you $70,000, I'll call the police and report you for extortion.
You? Fine. She doesn't have to pay. Get her to clean my car with her hands, then kneel and apologize to me. Then I'll let it go.
Young lady, why are you so vicious? Huh? Bullying an old woman like me.
I am bullying you. So what? After all, you are the lowest class of the low? As long as I get the qualification for athlete accommodation, I can not only bully you, but also humiliate you.
A person like you wants to win the project of national sports event? Ridiculous.
Shut up, bumpkin. What do you know?
What do I know? I am Frances Brown, the president of the sports association you are looking for. What do you think I know?
Ma'am, you are Frances Brown, the president of the sports association?
Yes.
Queenie, you are really stupid. I really didn't see you wrong. Look at her tattered clothes. She is either a cleaner or a scavenger. You actually believe her?
Wendy, has no one taught you not to judge people by appearance?
Judge people by appearance? Fine. If she is really the president of the sports association, she can obviously dress better. Why is she dressed so tattered? Isn't it because she is poor?
If I don't dress modestly, how can I see the side of you, the manager of Clinton Hotel, who bullies people and confuses right and wrong?
Okay, I have wasted enough time with you two today. I have already taken your photos, and I will ask you for compensation later. Get out of Clinton Hotel right now.
If I don't leave, what can you do to me?
Then don't blame me for being rude. Security. The president of the Sports Association is visiting heaven now. If she sees you two country bumpkins messing up the hotel, it will definitely affect our campaign for the project. Lock them both in the basement. Release them after the bidding for the project.
Got it.
That's the official team of the Sports Association. They are coming to our hotel. What are you waiting for? Take them away quickly.
No. With me here, who dares to hurt her?
I've heard Clinton Hotel has grown from a small hotel to a top hotel in heaven in just a few years. So I came here to inspect. I just want to see what kind of manager has such talents. I didn't expect that today's result would disappoint me.
You are still pretending. Mr. Ziegler is here.
Ma'am, are you okay?
I'm fine.
If you know what's best for you, get out of here. Mr. Ziegler, Mrs. Brown's right-hand man, will be here. If you two affect Mr. Ziegler's evaluation on our hotel, I will never forgive you.
Who won't you forgive?
Isn't this Mr. Ziegler, Mrs. Brown's most trusted right-hand man? You must be here to inspect our hotel on behalf of Mrs. Brown. Come in, please.
What is going on?
They are just two blind country bumpkins. They have nothing to do with our hotel. Don't worry. I will never let them dirty the carpet of our hotel. I will have someone kick them out now.
No need. I'm just here to pick her up.
Mrs. Brown.
Mrs. Brown?
Ma'am, you are Mrs. Brown?
Yes.
Mrs. Brown has heard of Clinton Hotel for a long time, so she came to visit in advance. Now it seems Clinton Hotel isn't interested in this bid.
I didn't recognize her. Mrs. Brown, it's all a misunderstanding. If I had known you were Mrs. Brown, I wouldn't have asked the security to kick you out. Apologize to Mrs. Brown.
Sorry.
No need, Miss Clinton. You said that if you had known my identity earlier, you would not have kicked me out. So if it was an ordinary old woman standing here today, you can slander and insult her at will?
That's not what I meant. Oh, I remember. I scratched my car myself. I have a bad memory. It's my fault.
There are 3 evaluation items in the hotel bidding competition for this national games. Catering quality, food safety, and humanistic care. I declare, Clinton Hotel has 0 points in humanistic care.
Mrs. Brown, please. It's all a misunderstanding.
Queenie, I heard that you work at King Hotel?
Yes.
She just said you used to work in Clinton Hotel?
To be honest, I resigned from Clinton Hotel after the World Business Summit.
So you are the manager. I am looking for... You developed Clinton Hotel from a small hotel into a big hotel.
I'm flattered.
You're good. Only a kind-hearted and principled person like you can develop Clinton Hotel. Considering your character, I will give you some advice. The most important thing in this evaluation is humanistic care. Got it?
Thanks for your advice.
Mrs. Brown, let me explain. It's all a misunderstanding. Queenie, you are such a jinx. Why am I so unlucky every time I meet you?
I got it.
What did the old woman say to her just now? Hello, Mrs. Howard. The president of the Sports Association gave Queenie advice. We must not let her win the bid.
Xiomara, where is the information of the athletes of the national games that our hotel has compiled?
Can't you see I'm busy? Can't you find it yourself?
Daniela, have you done the project book that I asked you to prepare?
What? I'm your supervisor. It's your job to serve me well.
Have you done it?
No.
No? The bidding is coming soon. How can you not have done it?
Queenie, Mrs. Howard told us that anyone who dares to work with you is against her. Do your own thing, and don't bother me. Okay?
You two just believe her lies and follow her to shirk responsibilities? Aren't you afraid of being fired?
I'm here. Who dares to fire them? Queenie, mind your own business, but if I see you trying to bother others again, I'll fire you.
Tina, didn't your husband tell you to stay away from me?
I don't know what you are saying.
Who do you think you are? To control the private lives of Mr. and Mrs. Howard. Exactly. Mind your own business?
Okay, that's fine. I can do this project by myself. I'll settle accounts with you after the bidding.
Mrs. Howard, look at her attitude. She should be fired earlier. That's right. No rush.
She will be fired once she messes up the bidding project.
Finally done.
Honey, it's late. Why didn't you get off work? I'm waiting for you downstairs with flowers.
Got it, honey. I'll be down right away.
Done. You think you're awesome, huh? This time, I'll make you look bad in front of all the colleagues.
Great. Mrs. Howard has sent Queenie's bidding proposal. Queenie, even if you got that old woman's advice, so what? You still won't beat me? Lucy, overthrow all the previous proposals. Do everything as I say. Got it?
Miss Clinton, there are too many unreasonable arrangements.
What did you say? This proposal has been personally guided by Mrs. Brown. How dare you say that?
But...
Shut up. If you say another word, I'll kick you out right now. Get everyone move. Now. Be quick. Anyone who disagrees with this proposal will regret it. Queenie, you're going to lose this bidding.
Your hotel scored 0 in humanistic care. How dare you still talk big?
Queenie, even if Clinton Hotel has 0 points in humanistic care, it will have enough points in other categories to win.
Tina, I've always found this confusing. You're an employee of King Hotel. Why are you always supporting Wendy Clinton? Do you really want King Hotel to fail?
You've no idea. The hotel belongs to Mrs. Howard. What does this money matter?
May I ask, who is Mrs. Howard from King Hotel?
Here she is. Here?
Mrs. Howard, your Eloriath speech will start in 10 minutes. Get ready.
Eloriath speech? What are you talking about?
The opening speech for the bidding was supposed to be confirmed by Mr. Howard. You are representing King Hotel. Didn't you know?
Oh, I remember now. But I left the speech draft at home. I rushed out this morning.
What should we do now?
Have Mr. Howard bring it over. It should be easy for Mrs. Howard to handle this, right?
Right? You should just ask.
Shut up. I don't have to bother him.
Don't worry, Mrs. Howard. We have a backup of your speech.
What is all this? I can't read any of it.
Mrs. Howard, it's about your turn. Hurry up and get ready.
What's wrong, Mrs. Howard? Can't you read Eloriath?
Of course I can. It's just... my throat suddenly feels uncomfortable. I can't give the speech today.
Oh no, what do we do? The agenda has already been sent out, and everyone knows King Hotel is giving the opening speech.
King Group speech is something just anyone can do. Well, let her do it then. Queenie, don't you love the spotlight? Why not seize this opportunity? I doubt if she can read Eloriath. I want to see how you'll embarrass yourself in front of everyone.
All right, I'll go. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, today I want to...
How strange. She didn't even look at the draft. How could she have memorized it? What's going on, Mrs. Howard? Isn't that your speech?
How would I know? She must have stolen my speech and memorized it. No wonder. I doubt why I couldn't find it at home this morning.
However, how could she memorize the content of your speech?
What do you mean? Are you questioning me?
Thank you for your attention.
It's strange. How did Ms. Sharon know? Mrs. Howard's speech content?
I wondered who could turn Clinton Hotel from a small inn into a big one. Today I found out you're the wife of King Hotel's president. No wonder.
I'm flattered.
Mrs. Brown, you've been deceived. She's not Mrs. Howard at all. This lady is Mrs. Howard.
What's going on? Wasn't today's Eloriath speech given by Mrs. Howard?
I'm not quite sure either.
I apologize, Mrs. Brown. Please forgive me. The four of them haven't clarified my identity.
Queenie, how dare you deceive Mrs. Brown? Mrs. Brown, she doesn't deserve to participate.
Queenie, I'm the president's wife.
What's going on?
Mr. Howard arrives.
Mr. Howard arrives. Queenie, wait and see. Mrs. Howard, Mr. Howard is walking towards you. He smiled at you. Mr. Howard, Queenie pretends to be your wife. You should punish her.
Pretend.
Yes, Mr. Howard. She is so audacious. You can't let her off the hook.
Moreover, she's bullying your wife in the company. Mr. Howard, you must stand up for her.
Queenie is indeed my wife. There's no talk of impersonation.
What?
She's actually your wife?
Tina, weren't you claiming to be the president's wife? You. Tina, how dare you deceive us?
I didn't deceive you. You recognized the wrong person. It's none of my business.
How dare you impersonate my wife? I think you must be tired of living. Security.
Mr. Howard, I'm sorry. Mr. Howard, I won't dare again.
Queenie, it was all Tina's fault. I really didn't mean to target you. Yes, Queenie. It's all Tina's fault. It has nothing to do with us.
Bish, you deceived me. You are the president's wife. I won't let you off. I'll beat you up.
Drag these people out. Also, ban them from heaven.
Wait a minute. You stay.
Queenie, what trick are you trying to pull?
Aren't you representing Clinton Hotel for bidding today? At today's competition, I'll make sure you lose convincingly.
Don't think being the president's wife will help you beat me. Let me tell you, I am sure to win today.
Ignorant, want to beat my wife? Try again in your next life.
Ladies and gentlemen, the hotels into the final round are Clinton Hotel and King Hotel. Today's event we'll select the final winner. We will begin with the first round. Catering services. Both teams, please bring your prepared food samples.
I'll go first. This is the delicious food prepared for athletes at our hotel. The main ingredients include casserole and barbecued meat. For dessert, we have cheesecake, tiramisu, and coffee.
May I ask what your hotel's concept behind this is?
The athletes sweat it out on the field and naturally want to enjoy good food. Upon returning to the hotel, what could be more comforting than meat and cakes? After a day of monotonous training, they need stimulation for their taste buds to find joy.
Next, let's welcome King Hotel.
Queenie, are you planning to go bankrupt? You serve such cheap food.
Hello, everyone. This is our first dish, boiled eggs. In addition to boiled eggs, we have fish, shrimps, and other high-protein food. For the main courses, pasta and sugar-free bread, accompanied by fresh vegetables, fruits, and milk. We have strictly followed the dietary guidelines to provide the athletes with high-quality food as much as possible.
The athletes work hard on the field. And you serve them these?
Their training diets are very demanding, especially during competitions. To achieve good results, their diet cannot be taken lightly. Although my food is a bit light, they are nutritional and won't burden the stomach or cause discomfort.
Yes, the athletes consume a lot of calories and have a fast metabolism, so they need nutrient-rich food. A light flavor can also help reduce heat and gastrointestinal issues.
I declare that King Hotel won the first round.
Queenie, you're messing with me. I designed my plan based on yours.
My plan? I don't know what you're saying. You didn't think I'd just leave confidential documents on my desktop waiting for someone to steal them, did you?
You used a fake plan to confuse Tina, then had her bring it to deceive me.
I've already said I don't know what you're saying. If you were truly confident in your abilities, you wouldn't blindly trust a plan with an unknown source and plenty of loopholes. You didn't adapt all the projects from others' plans, did you?
You.
Now let's move on to the second round. Hygiene and safety. It involves many aspects. We've drawn one item for evaluation, emergency drills. We have sent 15 people from each hotel to participate. Please return to your hotels within 10 minutes. In 20 minutes, the alarm will sound. Whichever hotel gets their personnel to this hall first, before 3 o'clock, will win.
Before 3 o'clock? That's too short.
3, 2, 1, start.
Queenie, I'll beat you.
Everyone is here. Follow me to the bidding site.
Hey, the door's over there. Why won't it open? You can't go that way. That door's broken. Don't run. Damn it. Can you all listen to me?
(2:30). Congratulations, Ms. Sharon. You arrived half an hour earlier. All right, time's up. I declare that King Hotel.
Wait a minute. Wait a moment. I'm here. It's exactly 3 o'clock.
Ms. Clinton, you're 1 minute late, and you didn't bring all the guests who needed to be evacuated here as required. I announce that King Hotel has won this round.
No, I don't agree.
Ms. Clinton, please abide by the rules. Next is the last evaluation item of this conference, humanistic care.
The result of the evaluation of humanistic care had already been out before today. King Hotel is people-oriented, while Clinton Hotel bullies others. I announce that King Hotel wins this round.
Based on the above results, the hotel that finally obtains the accommodation hosting qualification for the athletes of the National Conseil Games is King Hotel.
Thanks to the committee's affirmation and your support, King Hotel couldn't have won this project today without your encouragement during this period. Thank you all.
I don't agree. We, Clinton Hotel, must get this project. If we don't get this project, we'll go bankrupt. Do you know how much money our Clinton Hotel has borrowed for this project?
Wendy Clinton, pay back the money. When on earth will you pay back the usury you borrowed from us?
You said that you would pay back after winning the bid today.
Hurry up and pay the money, or we'll catch you to work for us forever.
You guys, give me 2 more days. I'll get the project soon.
Cut the crap. I said you'd return the money today, so it has to be today.
Hello, Dad. Save me. The creditors are going to hurt me.
Wendy, what on earth did you do while I was away? How come there are creditors?
I borrowed usury to raise money for the project.
Usury? How dare you?
Mr. Clinton, you just got discharged from the hospital. Don't get so angry. It'll ruin your health.
Oh, Queenie, you're here too. Hey, wait a minute. If you still work in our hotel, Wendy wouldn't have borrowed usury.
Dad, Queenie opposed me at every turn. When she worked at our hotel, she pretended to be rich. I finally managed to drive her out of our hotel. But now, she's become the president's wife and is still against me. Dad, Queenie is the bane of our family.
Shut up.
You'd better watch your mouth.
You drove away the person who made contributions to our hotel. Queenie's the daughter of Mr. Scott. Alas, only under her leadership can Clinton Hotel become the top one in Heaven. It's my fault. I shouldn't have let you manage the hotel. You are the true bane of Clinton Hotel.
What did you say? She's the daughter of Carl Scott. So, all this time, it was me who was wrong. I drove away the daughter of the richest man and even got our Clinton Hotel into huge debts. What have I done?
Have you finished chatting? Pay up quickly, or you'll be doomed.
Let go of my daughter.
Stop it. I've already called the police. This is a society ruled by law. You can't do whatever you want.
Let go.
Stop it. We received a report. We heard you did illegal lending and planned to hurt others. Please come with us.
She came to borrow money from us. How could it be illegal? I'm being wrongly accused.
Illegal lending? You'll have to come with us, too.
Hey, sir, my daughter is innocent. She won't go to jail, will she? Wait for me. Wendy. Wendy.
Finally, we've got rid of Wendy, this pesky fly that just wouldn't go away. As for Clinton Hotel
and I have already severed all ties. Before, it was for the sake of Mr. Clinton that I begged my father to spare Clinton Hotel. But now I have nothing to do with Clinton Hotel anymore.
I should say that you should have done this earlier. Now that King Hotel has got the project, and you've also proven your working ability, should you go home and have a good rest, as you promised me?
Okay, I'll do whatever you say.
You said that.
What are you doing?
Welcome, Mrs. Howard, home.
Levi's, you made such a big fuss again.
Honey, take care of your pregnancy.